One of the toughest, frustrating and most addictive games has been released for the Nintendo Switch. Spelunky, a digging game created by Mussmouth. The question is whether we dig for gold or if the game digs its own grave. In this review, we check if Spelunky meets the expectations of the entire gaming world. Is this the ultimate platform game that makes other game developers fade and become jealous? Apparently, this game is extremely old, released in 2008. But now, finally a version comes to the Nintendo Switch. Why is this game so challenging? Why is it so addicting? And is it worth 10 bucks? Let's find out in this review. Okay, so what is this game all about? You're a guy who is going to find the exit in a mine. In each mine there are different objects and treasures that make it possible to buy things and that prepare you to meet the challenges that await. In the mine you can also find valuable objects or NPCs that can make you earn even more money if you manage to deliver them to the end of the mine. The game begins with an easy tutorial where you play as a Japanese ninja digger. When the actual game starts, the game becomes completely ruthless. I happened to fall and unknowingly landed on a pair of death spikes. By pointing the Joy-Con downwards, you can get an idea of what is under you, but it doesn't always reveal where you will land. It is important to be really careful, so that you do not take any wrong steps. There is a fine line between being alive or dead in this game, and suddenly, this ghost of death appears. How in the world am I supposed to be able to avoid this? I have to find a safe way to the exit, otherwise it is game over. Like I said, this game is merciless. Basically everything you see can kill you. Spiders, ghosts, bats, shooting spikes, spikes on the floor, snakes, fall to your death, landmines, more spikes, frogs, exploding frogs, and so on. The game is like a death zone, and the only way to cope is to be extremely vigilant about what is going on around you. But do not think that you can sit still and think of the best solution. You have to move, otherwise the ghost will come and chase you. And you know what it leads to? Yep, a certain death. And take a look at this monkey. Surely it is cute, right? If you only knew. If it gets hold of you, it will rob you. So be sure to stay away or eliminate it with a weapon. If you tease the shopkeeper, he will chase you with his shotgun, and he is really fast. Usually, he shoots you down and kill you. A fast game over. The game is a one death and it's back to the beginning kind of game. However, it is possible to get to a checkpoint when you reach a new world. But the tunnel man who can create a checkpoint is expensive, and after a while he does not just require a bomb and rope to help you. He wants things that can be tricky to get hold of. So, to be able to create a new checkpoint, you may need to play the same courses over and over again until you can pay the tunnel man. It is ridiculous and extremely frustrating that it's so complicated to be able to move on in this game, because the probability of dying is high, and if you do not have access to a new checkpoint, you must start again, either from the beginning or from your latest checkpoint, and it can be a long way back in the game. In the game there are a number of weapons available. Your standard weapon is a whip. This weapon is a really complicated weapon and requires that you are used to whipping enemies up close. Because the whip has a short range and given how dangerous it is to take damage, it can sometimes be better to jump on your enemies. Remember Super Mario? Yes, here we go again. You can also use weapons that are significantly better, for example the boomerang or the shotgun. These weapons have a long range and you can easily eliminate your enemies. This makes the game a little easier. To be able to buy weapons or other valuable items, you need money. And to make money, you can pick up gold bars or various rubies and diamonds. You can also find a blonde girl who you drag with you to the end of the mine. If you succeed, you will get extra money. Sometimes you will also find relics that can generate money, but if you pick up a relic, a death trap is often triggered. Be sure to avoid the trap, otherwise you will end up in trouble. I have to say that this may be one of the most frustrating game experiences I have ever had. I think I have never played a game where I have been game over so many times. All enemies, challenging jumps and traps make it difficult to survive. It is important to find the best solution or path for how to move forward, without delay. That is the main difficulty of the game, that you do not have enough time to know how to play to survive. You want to avoid the ghost at all costs, which forces you to keep a high pace. At the same time, you get a little addicted to the game. You do not want to give up until you have completed a course or progressed in the game. And that's what's good about the game, coping with the difficult challenges. I would say that the game is worth $10. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. For example, my review of Spelunky 2, which will be available very soon. Have a nice day, bye.